Chadda, brought to you by Marix Media and Mindspeak.
Hi, I'm Kamal Chadda.
And I'm Dr. Dipti Mankad.
Welcome to Anchored Together, a YouTube series that casts an exhilarating spotlight on the vibrant lives of shipping industry professionals and their families.
Excitement and entertainment is what you get here in abundance. Hello everyone, and I'm so excited today. We have two wonderful women with us today, very strong women and doing unconventional roles in their own space. We have with us Amreen Bano and we have with us Humera Shah. Welcome both of you on the show and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
So Amreen, we're going to start with you. Why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, first of all, thank you Dipti and Kamal and the Anchor Together team for inviting me here, for being here. Yeah, hello audience. My name is Amreen Bano and presently I am working as an electrical superintendent with Maersk Line since 2 years. And before working with Maersk, I was sailing as an electrotechnical officer on board tanker vessels. And my seagoing career is with the Shipping Corporation of India, then Volumes, Synergy and MMSI. And I hail from Meerut city in Uttar Pradesh. This is short introduction about me. Thank you.
Thanks, Amreen. Humera, what about you? Tell us something about yourself.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be over here. I am Humera Shah, a shipbuilding vendor, and now as a marine business coach, I am helping in the marine industry. That's about me. Thank you.
Lovely. Huh? So we have a shipbuilding lady sitting right next to us, and of course we have Amreen Bano. And just for everybody to know, she was the first Indian ETO, and it gives us great pleasure. And she has won accolades for her work as well. Amreen, you just mentioned you were from Meerut, right? So tell us something about your family, where you come from, and how has been your childhood, and something for us to know.
Yeah, I'm from Meerut and we are 5 siblings and all are working in different fields. And my parents, my family has brought me up like a son only. They don't treat me as a girl and daughter. And I am working in that same. So, and Meerut city is specifically is a sports city. So we are three sisters. So all of them, one is cardiac perfusion. So she is already working as a cardiac in Jaipur hospital. Another sister, she is a national player, hockey player. And I am. So yeah.
So do you have any brother?
Yeah, we have 2 brothers.
Okay.
So one is entrepreneur and one is working in the education sector.
Lovely, lovely. And Humera, where are you from?
I'm from Mumbai only,
Okay.
and my family is of 5 members: mom, dad, and 3 sisters. We 3 daughters. Me, as the eldest one, I joined my dad's business. My second sister is a dentist, and the third one, we lost her before pandemic, 1 month before pandemic.
Okay, so sorry to hear that. So, Amreen, tell me, what made you join seafaring as a career, so early on in your life?
Yeah. Well, this is interesting one. Interesting question. Yeah, seafaring. As I always wanted to do something different and challenging. And choosing a career as a seafaring career, which did all what I needed. Right. So, and especially choosing as an ETO, electrical. So, from my childhood, since my childhood, there is some relation between me and electricity. So, there had been multiple incidents in my childhood where, uninvitedly that electricity has pulled me and gave me the shocks and pulled me out. So, if I would like to share an incident with you, there was one day there was a heavy rain outside and I went to a room in my house and I saw fan is running in the room and nobody was there in that room. Then I thought to switch it off. And as soon as I press the switch, it's pulling me up. The energy is pulling me. I can realize the energy, it's not leaving me. Then the click on my mind, something is wrong. It is not right. Then I pulled myself off and I could save myself that day. So likewise, 2-3 times it had happened. Then I decided, then I realized I need to, it is pulling me again and again. I need to work closely with it and I need to understand it. And seafaring was a profession where I can work, hands-on experience, hands-on work with electricity, understand better and work on it. And so far, my sailing journey with all the equipment on board, electricity, everything, it's been so wonderful, and I have enjoyed it.
That's lovely, Humera. I think it's very important that, especially where you said you come from a family where the girls are not allowed to complete their education. And I think your father has been a pillar of strength to you. And then there was no looking back. But we will come to that in a while as well. Amreen, what about you? And how did because you also come from a place, Meerut. And I know you're telling me you had so many challenges because the only girl going out to a profession like seafaring, I'm sure it must not have been that easy. So, how did your father support you?
Yeah, Deepti. My father is, yeah, always very close to me, and he is always been my support system. He has believed in me and he has trust in me. So whatever decision I take, he is always there to me for supports. You say it's from my beginning, from my childhood, and if you see the college days and the engineering and the on-board time. So though he is not never been a engineer or doctor, but his support system in on the situation whenever I feel low or anything, whenever I'm on board in any situation, he supports me like I talk to him and I feel so relaxed. Though he is not engineer, if I am into some situation, I'm not finding any solution to it, after talking to him, I get always a solution of that. Yeah, so likewise, so every day I'm talking, it is a special to me, it is a special moment. And I tell you about the story. While I was taking admission in Amit, trying to join a seagoing career, so as I'm not never been away from my father, so while I was joining, so he used to this. My father never told me, told by my mother. So every night in the midnight, he used to cry and pray by thinking I'm going away from him. Every night he used to pray and cry, pray to God, I have given her to you, and you will take care of her. Right, and so far I'm doing well, and Almighty is taking care of me.
I think
And
there's always a special bond which daughters and fathers share, and I share a special bond with my father as well. And I think even me in this industry, he has been very instrumental, and his support is always there, in whatever we do. And I think it's so important, to get it from the father. And then, because if he is there with you, I think we don't need anybody else around.
exactly,
And we don't care of what the other people are going to think, because he's our pillar of strength. And that's how I think today all three of us, I can say here, are close to our dad. And I think we have made a good mark for ourselves, in the industry.
Yeah.
So, Humera, tell me, what made you join your father's business? Because it's shipbuilding. So, what made you venture into the business?
It's a complete family business, and everyone in each family, my dad's brothers, everyone has one son. Everyone is having a son, and my dad not having a single son. So every time people used to say, however good he is doing, what is the use? Tomorrow the has to be closed. So I was like, why company will close? I never said in front of anyone, but yes, I decided that I will take care of my dad's company and I'll make sure that it runs well. And today, by God's grace, it's really running well.
Yes, and congratulations for that, Humera. I mean, we are seeing you, and we have seen a progression in you, which is amazing.
Thank you so
That
much.
is really nice.
Thank you.
Amreen, when you started training as an ETO, were you the only girl at that time in that batch?
Yes, I was the only girl in my batch.
How was your experience, and how did you cope with that?
Yeah, experience was challenging, and it was good. I still have those memories. If I would like to share about my first ship, my traineeship, yeah, ship was not easy, but it was for my good. I was lucky enough to get trained under very senior electrical officer who was Mr. JP Singh. He was very strict, but it was for my own good. I'll share you the example. I learned a lot. It was a very, very, very good learning phase for me. My initial stage, my training time, though was very strict. So one day, like we had to go on mast, working on mast. So going from engine room to the mast. So we all went, myself, senior electrical officer, and other guys, cadet and all. So he is sending me from the mast. Forget something, Amreen, go to the engine room and bring it. And I'm coming all the way again, coming down from the mast and going to the engine room, 300 meter, and going down there and coming back. And I was so fast. And still he's shouting, he's scolding at me, Amreen, why you are so slow, this, that, this. So that time I used to bit of angry, but I'll not show to him, right? But those things from those lessons I learned, right? It has made me to, proper planning whenever you are going for any work or anything, Now when I'm sailing individually as an electrical officer, I was sailing. So that moments always come in my mind. If I'm going outside engine room, so these equipments, these tools I have to take, right? That list is always there. So because nobody is there for me to bring. That time I was training, so I used to come down and take. So those lessons I learned from him. And he was so strict. Even on every Sundays, I used to have a practical examination on board, which I don't think other people experience that. And in that, he used to, every Sunday, he used to come, Amreen, you come late to the engine room, he'll go. So I used to go around 9 o'clock. So meanwhile, he'll find some circuit with the problems and all. And he will let me to resolve that circuit independently. And once I'm going the steps I'm taking for the troubleshooting, he used to be, if I successfully troubleshoot that, he used to be so happy, super happy, so excited, and so proud of you, Amreen. And like 10 times he used to say, he feels so proud. And if your seniors, your mentor is feeling proud at you, and how you feel that. So that way he has put effort on me and made me confident and good at my works. I'm always thankful to him.
That's great.
Yeah.
You have a mentor?
My dad is my first mentor.
Okay.
And after that, the onboard officers who are working on the board, I learn from them. Their footsteps, I keep observing. And from that, I get the experience and knowledge how I should move ahead for further experiences and all, and for further projects. I learn completely from them.
Lovely. So, what are the challenges at your job? Because, Amreen, now you are back, you're with Mersk, and you are the technical superintendent now, right? So, being in that position right now, and whatever you have, of course, come into that position, but do you still encounter challenges at your workplace?
To me, the challenges, whatever challenge I came across, I do overcome them with the time period. If you see in starting initial days of sailing as an individual independent ETO would be a challenging task. But with the time, it eased me up and I came over it. Now, choosing as a shore opportunity was itself a challenging for me, because writing emails and remote troubleshooting was never my type. While I was sailing on board, so I used to do all the practical stuffs and everything. When times comes to the writing email and sending to the shore, I used to tell Chief Engineer, it's not my type. I'll give you all the result and everything. You send email to the shore. And today I am doing it. And so far, so good. So I love to take challenges and overcome it.
Humera, what do you think most challenging in your job?
For me, the challenges are production, onboard production. As I'm not the naval background person, so whatever goes on the board, whatever jobs these people does on the board, understanding them, understanding the ship design, that is challenging for me.
All right.
I'm learning that now.
Okay. What has changed in both of you when you see yourself, 5 years back, and now when you see yourself after 5 years? So, what is one thing you think you've changed over this period of time?
5 years before, I used to say to myself, I'm not good enough because I've never worked in corporates. I've always stayed in my dad's organization and done the job. So always it was there in my mind. I'm not good enough because I haven't worked in corporates. I don't know the outside world. And now I've learned so many things. So I say that now I'm good enough.
Amreen, what about you?
Yeah, in simple word, I'll say that I was like a tomboy, then I became a girl, and then girl to miss, and now Mrs. That's the biggest change in my life, which I never thought I'll be able to change. Because in my childhood, while I was at home, my uncle and all, everybody used to ask me to wear a dress like a girl and this, that. I used to ask them, first you wear, then I'll wear. And one day the incident was, I asked my uncle to wear a frock and asked him, once you will go to on the road, Choraya, then only I'll wear girly dress, otherwise I'm not gonna wear. So that is the biggest change of my life.
but that transformation happens, and I resonate with it because I was also known as a tomboy. I used to climb trees. I used to play football with the boys in the building, and everyone used to complain to my mother that and my mom used to tell me, "When will you be? You're a girl, so when will you act like a girl, and when will you be like a girl?" And I think that transformation happened. If you see my pics back then, I had a boy cut hair also at a point of time, and I used to love to wear t-shirts and shirts with jeans and no shape, no fitting, absolutely nothing. And I think I became girl-like after my graduation when my professional life came in, and that's when I started being a little bit girlish, as you can see. And that, but yeah, it takes a while for that transformation to happen. Any funny work incident you've had now, because you are in a totally male-dominated field you're coming into? Anything which really you have it in your mind, or any incident which you
We
would
were
like to
asked to submit the tender for one of the public sector client, and we had the choice for out of five any three categories. And instead of taking care of first three categories, which we do have, I took the fourth category also, which where we don't have any kind of experience. And also everyone literally, after knowing that, everyone started laughing and people were like, हमारा इतना भी नहीं समझ में आता कि फोर्थ कैटेगरी में हम है ही नहीं, so you should not apply for that category and all. So that was the fun people started making of me, but I learned a lot after that.
Did anything happen in the fourth category?
No, nothing happened because we didn't have the experience. Somehow I managed for the financial bit. Technical we couldn't qualify because we don't have that experience also. But that was the fun. People started making कि इतना भी नहीं आता है, जितना है उतना ही करना चाहिए. So I thought, good experience to learn. Now I realized, yes, I would have not done that mistake. That was really funny for the people.
All right. And you, Amreen, any funny incident at work or anyways where you still remember?
Yeah, there had been a lot, tremendous incidents. So I would like to share my one while my college days in Amit. As I told, I was like a tomboy, boy cut hair and no shape, nothing is there. So we were having hydraulic class. So hydraulic faculty was new, and I always used to sit on the first bench. And I always wear the surma from my childhood. Night I will wear the surma, so morning it will be there only in your eyes. And he came, he's just pulling my ear and asking me to, why are you wearing surma and all this, like a girl, this, that. And he was saying in Tamil, and I was totally confused. What's going with me? What's happening? Why he is pulling me? I'm pulling my ear and twisting it. Why? What is happening? Then my whole class, they were shouting, sir, in Tamil, she's a girl, not a boy, and this. And that was once event, it was a very funny.
So he took you, yeah. So it's very funny because just because you had a boy cut hair, he didn't even realize that you're a girl. Or maybe I think we have this perception that what is a girl doing in an ETO class?
Exactly.
And because she was the only girl at that point of time. And that's why, sometimes you funnily say, I hear very cliche people saying, you're not the man for the job. And then you say, hello, I'm not a man, I'm a woman here and I'm here to do my job. Right? But yeah, it's weird where people cannot even see that. But I think both of you have proven yourselves through your work today. And I think nobody can question that today. Absolutely not. Because Amreen, as I was talking to her, she's handling 23 ships right now as a superintendent. It's not a small job at all. It's a great thing to do at the age in which you are. And, getting that kind of work, it just shows that how much your team trusts you and the kind of responsibility you're having. And Humera, you also getting into a shipbuilding thing where obviously I'm sure you had to prove yourself in office and at work, and when you go out on site now, that nobody can take you lightly anymore. And I think that's amazing. So we're going to have a quick rapid fire with both of you. Humera, we'll start with you. Tell me 3 things about you which nobody knows.
First thing, people never knew that I am the daughter of the founder. Okay. So whenever people meet me, they didn't knew that I am the boss also.
Okay.
And the third thing is, I'm not an introvert person. So people had the mindset whenever they see me and she is introvert. We think she is introvert. So people didn't knew that I'm not an introvert person.
Amreen, 3 things about you which people don't know.
Yeah, first thing is I have my own formula of my own life, which is 15 minutes of my life. So one thing is that people do not know. First time I'm sharing it publicly.
Okay.
Another thing is my reboot system. My system need to reboot. That is me. It get overheated a period of time and then I have to reboot. And which I used to follow on my sailing days also and now following in the office also. After a period of time I get overheat and I need to go. I will skip the lunch, I will skip the thing, but I need a power nap. to reboot. So that is need of the day for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I revealed it this. The office did not know that.
So office doesn't know she takes a power nap. So now you know that when she's disappearing for some time, she's actually going and taking a power nap for herself. But power nap really works. Huh?
Exactly.
It makes you fresh and you do reboot back. Are you short tempered or what? You have anger? Do you get angry?
Short tempered, but never burst out.
What about you, Amreen?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I'm trying to control on that.
Okay. So what's your favorite food? Chinese.
Mine is bitter gourd and jackfruit. Bitter gourd.
Jackfruit and bitter gourd.
Yes.
For those who don't know what is bitter gourd, it is dudi. Correct, no?
No, Karela.
Karela. Sorry. My bad. It's Karela. So she likes Karela and you like?
Jackfruit.
And jackfruit. We call that as?
Kathal.
Kathal. Very two different food types. I've never heard anybody on the show coming and telling me they like Karela and they like Kathal. Okay. Who's your favorite? Do you watch movies?
Yeah, I do watch movies.
So who's your favorite actor and actress?
Favorite actor is Shah because I really love the way he puts the efforts.
Okay.
And actress is Deepika Padukone because the way she came up with her mental stress out, the way she balanced, I really loved that.
What about you? Your favorite actor and actress?
Actor is difficult. Actress is Preeti Zinta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So one quality in you which you would like to change, Humera. Is there anything which you feel, yes, I need to work on and change?
Fear.
Fear of?
People make me, most of the times they come up with the top positions and they say isko dara sakte hain. So there I feel that I have to be confident and ab main aur kisi se darna nahi chahti. I can face anyone now.
Fearless is in front of her.
Yeah.
Industry has given me the name.
Yeah,
Fearless soul.
she's the fearless soul of our industry. One quality in you, Amreen, which you would like to change?
Yeah, I like to change. I like to go back to my old routine, early bird, waking up at 4 a.m. and going early to bed. So, which nowadays I am unable to do after my marriage. And I have put on weight, so I wanted to change that.
Okay. Finally, tell me, Humera, what is that one thing which keeps you motivated?
My dad had said once, no matter what, someone is there on your side or not. If God is there by your side, no one in the world, no power in the world has the power to move your position or place.
And that's what keeps motivating.
That's me
wonderful.
going every day and night. Whatever the challenges I face, I say, ho jayega, bas.
That's wonderful. Amreen, what about you? What is that one thing which motivates you?
Yeah, my father quote, his words, himmate marda madade khuda. If you have the willpower, you will, God will help. Who help themselves, God help for those. So, and my work, so whatever I do it with full of my heart and to the best 100%. And the result of that keeps me motivating, which you never expect the results and you are receiving. I will share last month, I have received an spot award in my team, supporting the vessel, the way I'm handling the cases and situations, and which I never expect. This is my work and I'll do and I'll keep doing it. But you are receiving, all these things keeps you motivating continuously.
That's lovely. So, at the end, I would just like to say one thing. Both of them, they had so many things in common when I actually started interacting with them. And the commonality is that both of them are motivated. Both of them had lovely fathers who actually pushed them to dream. And I think what's important is it doesn't matter whether you're from Meerut or you're from Mumbai. It just doesn't matter. What matters is your will to go on, to prove yourselves, and to run after your dreams. Chase them and make it happen. So thank you so much, Amreen and Humera, for being a part of this episode. I really had fun interacting with both of you. And especially keep going, girls. I think you're doing a wonderful job. And like I said, nothing can stop you now. You have already made a mark for yourself, but let's just keep that going, right? And you're a motivation for so many other young girls who are wanting to come out into this industry. So thank you so much, both of you. Yes, this is a token of appreciation from Marix, our signature glass mugs anchored together. And for the others, thank you so much for watching and viewing us. And we'll be back next week with another fantastic episode of Anchored Together. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
He has been responsible to take the company where it is today. He was the one who established the Dubai office actually 6 years ago, the Singapore office 3 years ago, and he just started the Jakarta office. So, he has a focus and he also has a passion of shipbroking. So I think so. We see the next generation under him doing very well.